Good morning. My name is Miss Beecraft, and I'm the IB Middle Years Program Coordinator, the MYP Coordinator. I also teach 11th and 12th graders in the IB Diploma Program and the IB Career Related Program. Today during advisory, we're going to overview the components and purpose of the MYP personal project that we will be completing this year. We'll accept the Canvas course invitation for the MYP personal project course, and we're going to start the first piece of your personal project in this 8.1 brainstorming a topic assignment. Did you know that Seneca Valley is a wall-to-wall IB school? So what does that mean? What that means is that in 9th and 10th grade, every single Seneca Valley Screaming Eagle is part of our middle years program, our MYP program, which is one of the IB programs that we offer at Seneca. When you get into 11th and 12th grade, you can choose to continue on and take individual IB courses. You can do the IB Diploma Program or the IB Career Related Program. And right now, you are an IB World student, and students all around the world in IB programs in over 140 countries are starting their personal projects. So you're part of a global community. And this is really an opportunity and chance to do what you've always wanted to do and explore while getting school credit and support. So where do we start with this personal project? Well, the personal project is the capstone project for the MYP. So the middle years program is our IB program that's for 9th and 10th graders. So this project serves as a culminating experience for your MYP. And it's a chance to explore a topic of choice with support from Seneca Valley staff. So the MYP personal project is student driven, meaning it starts with you. It starts with your passions, your interests, your hobbies, your extracurriculars. We then formalize that exploration and extension of those interests with setting a learning goal, research, action planning, and creating a product. So throughout this process, and this is going to be over a couple months through advisory, you're going to select a topic that interests you. You're going to do background research with our support and guidance that helps you determine how you'll measure your success. You'll determine an action plan to help you meet your goal, and then you'll create a product. And there's huge range. You can do a video, a story, a website. You could host an event, a service project, or a performance. And you really determine where you go with your personal project. At Seneca Valley, all 10th graders will be completing this personal project. This is our first year as a school undertaking this, and we're really excited to support you throughout this process. You will work on it primarily through your advisory class, and you'll continue it outside of class as you begin to work on your project. All materials and activities are organized in a Canvas course that we'll sign in today, and you'll have support from a Seneca Valley staff member that is assigned to you as a supervisor. So what are the benefits of doing this? You can earn 0.5 course credits for semester 2 when you complete your project, and it says MYP Research Seminar, so it looks really impressive on your transcript. You can earn 20 SSL hours. This is a great opportunity for skill development and preparation if you're considering IB courses or an IB program in 11th and 12th grade. This is a really impactful achievement to put on a college or a career application or resume. And lastly, you get to learn and explore something that you really enjoy. So what are the components of the IB personal project? So it starts with you. So you plan and research, develop, and record along the way. And we capture those components in the Canvas classroom. To provide support, guidance, and feedback, you discuss your progress with your supervisor, and these meetings will happen during assigned advisory periods. You choose how you demonstrate your learning and in a final product or an outcome that's created and determined by you. Along the way, we reflect. At the very end, you gather those reflections and that evidence that's in the Canvas course and curate a report. And then we celebrate your progress in the springtime at the exhibition. So as you develop your ideas for the project, you should start with something you're interested in. So start with a passion and interest, a subject you enjoy. If you're in a club or a sport or extracurricular or career pathway, start there. If you do what you like, you're more likely to like what you do as we continue this over months. But the personal project is different than a hobby. So a personal project requires research. You set a goal and determine how you know if you'll be successful, and you create a final product. So we're really formalizing your passion into a learning experience. So let's look at an example. Remember that you should start with a topic that you like. This is just one
Hello, my name is Lulu Arteaga Baeza, and I'm a former MYP and IB student. Today I'm going to be telling you about my experience with the MYP project. Are you curious to know how this MYP project still has a lasting impact in my life? Well, my hope is to tell you what I did for my project to hopefully illustrate that point. I decided to learn how to crochet for the project and make 20 headbands to donate to an organization called A Wider Circle. Very specific. Well, I chose this because my grandma knows how to crochet, and so I wanted to take the project as an opportunity to learn a new skill, with her help, of course, and to get closer to her. Y después de haber terminado este proyecto, les aseguro que ahora somos más cercanas. The project also helped me become closer to my community as I met new people, heard their stories, and hopefully did something positive to impact their day. Now, as I was doing the project, I realized that I was challenged in 4 main areas and that I improved in those throughout it. Those areas were investigating, planning, taking action, and reflecting. Starting with investigating. So a lot of my project consisted of talking with my grandma who lives in another country. And so I became a lot better at dealing with technology, specifically troubleshooting when there's problems and just being really determined to overcome challenges. And with this skill has been very, very important to me and useful during this pandemic, as well as other internship and job opportunities. Now, in the second part of planning, before this project, I had never really planned more than a week ahead. So this project was very helpful for setting a long-term goal and working towards it. I found it very hard at first to stick to that schedule, but over time, through that project, I really became a lot better at it, and now I'm a much more balanced human because of it. Now, in the third area of taking action, this project finally pushed me to do something that I really had wanted to do for a long time. And in doing so, it allowed me to practice my communication skills, my writing skills, and my crocheting skills too. Now, in the last area of reflecting, I acknowledge that not all the headbands that are made were perfect or amazing. In fact, a lot of them were maybe too thick or too long. But throughout this process, I kept a journal and sort of talked myself through my strengths and my weaknesses. And this reflecting process was huge in getting me sort of to work on my weaknesses and improve. So overall, I would say that throughout this MYP project, there's so many opportunities for growth, especially if you focus on how much this is a process. Project really emphasizes process over final results. And if you focus on the process, you can get a lot out of it.
I hope seeing Lulu's example personal project was helpful. But what if you don't want to crochet? Let's take a look at another option. We'll do some brainstorming to see if we can figure out how to turn a hobby and something you're passionate about into a personal project. So what if you love soccer? What are some ideas that you can think of to turn a soccer passion, hobby, sport maybe you play at Seneca Valley High School, and how can you turn that into a personal project? So take a second and think of some brainstorming of ideas. In the advisory lesson, we would then share them out to see what your peers were thinking. And then here's some of my ideas. So you could analyze a player or a team to determine their shot record from different locations on the field and share your findings in a newscast. You could do this written, you could do a podcast, you could do a video, and you could research how to statistically analyze sports data. You could research soccer techniques. So maybe you're considering playing soccer at Seneca Valley or maybe in college or university, and you want to become a better soccer player. So you could research soccer techniques. You could personally learn and practice those techniques in a soccer over a month or 2 months and create a video journal of your progress. You could volunteer to teach soccer. So say you really enjoy working with younger soccer players. So you could research coaching, drills, different ideas to help kids perfect their shots or other things. And you would keep a record of all of the activities that you did with the students and a picture journal of all your progress. And lastly, you could research football or soccer around the world, right? And so you could look at cultures and traditions. You could create a children's book that shows the importance and the role of soccer or football in all the different cultures around the world. So that's just a couple of ideas how you could take a hobby, such as soccer, something that you love. All right, now it's your turn. So the first thing we want to do today is make sure that everybody's in our Seneca Valley MYP Personal Project Canvas course. So when you log into Canvas, you should have an invite already. So accept that invite, get registered in the course, and when you get to our homepage, you'll notice there's some helpful links at the top: overview, requirements, modules, a list of all the students and their supervisors and the room numbers. And then the most helpful document where we're focusing right now is this one with key dates and resources. So for every advisory lesson, you'll see the top are the student assignments. So these are the things that you are completing during that advisory lesson. Then there's also materials and support. So there's a link to all the Google Slides in case you want to go back or reference anything. There's lessons on demand. So every advisory lesson, I'll record it so that if you're absent or you forget and want to go back and reference and hear an explanation again, it's there for you. And then there's an example of all the worksheets. So if you're stuck on a question and you're not sure what it's asking you, you can go and look at the exemplar and answer that question. So today you're doing 8.1 journal, brainstorming a topic. And when you open it, there's some prompts. And really the goal here is to put all of the things that you're interested and passionate down and just put your ideas down. So just bullet them. There are no bad ideas at this point. So you're thinking about, what do you love to do? What clubs are you in? Sports, SSL or volunteer, subjects in school or topics that you're passionate about. So you're going to bullet your ideas. And then below, we're going to kind of narrow it down to 3 that you think you might want to pursue for your personal project. And you'll tell me a little bit about why you're interested in this. At our next advisory, we'll continue to look at those brainstorming of ideas and hone in on one topic that you want to pursue, and we'll help you start to develop that towards a topic proposal. I hope you guys have a great rest of advisory. Finish that 8.1 brainstorming a topic, and I'll see you next time.